you from the heart of the Dirty 30. It's South Alabama's #1 podcast, Drive Time with DJ and KJ.
Good Friday morning. We made it. Another week in the books. Welcome to Drive Time, the best, worst show ever. Good morning, Go Clack. Let's see who else is in here. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Tracy Miller. Good morning. Danny Smith, good morning to you, sir. Jesse James. Good morning, Jesse James. Miss James is also. Good morning, Mom.
Good morning, Mother.
Amanda Gwynn, good morning to you. Heather Godwin, good morning. Sandy Townsend, good morning to you. Leroy, hope things are well in the DMOP. Tara Hardy, good morning. Miss Hardy.
Classmate.
Terry Johnson, good morning to you. Big Ten, the Dean's in. Good morning, Big Ten. Glad you're in with us. Miss Carol Glidden, good morning to you. Sherry Weaver, good morning. Wanda Green, good morning to you. Good morning, Kenwood. Good crowd in this morning.
Morning, DJ. Happy Friday.
Man.
As they I don't know who came up with that, but that's a pretty good saying for Friday, is it not?
I love it. Love it.
Yeah, that's a pretty good saying. So after having the ladies in yesterday with us and learning more about how far we've come in about 10, 11 or 12 weeks, I was I was really pleased to know that, and I don't know if she talked about this, but I want to say, what they say total cases we had in Escambia County? Wasn't it just like 34?
No, it's 40, 45.
I'm sorry, yeah.
45, 48.
40, okay. So, not near as bad as it could be. How many people did you say is in Escambia County?
About 38,000.
Well, that's pretty good odds, is it not?
Yeah, I mean, I think they validated and verified what we have been saying. I think that our plan and how we've gone about things has and is working. We just need to continue to be vigilant in our efforts to keep everybody safe.
I think so. I'm with you. So, and I think like you said, I think people have taken heed to it and doing what they need to do to stay that way.
Yeah.
So, what else is going on this morning?
Well, the Riddler dropped Clue 2 yesterday, and things got amped up pretty good. I saw a lot more activity yesterday than I had noticed the day before, and I would anticipate, weather permitting this weekend, we will see much of the same. But I enjoyed the Clue. I've narrowed down my scope. I'm not ready to share that just yet of where I'm thinking it is, but I will probably be out and about sometime Saturday just checking things out.
Well, yeah, I said yesterday morning before the ladies came in that, be ready. You never know when the next one could drop. You know what I'm saying? So saw a lot of comments, a lot of people talking. I think the comments have subsided somewhat because there's, I think, a lot of strategy going on right now.
A lot of strategy.
Would you agree with that?
Oh, yeah.
I can tell you one thing. Bonnie Beach ain't seen this much activity.
Tell you what, it's going to be a full house Saturday. Going to be a full house Saturday.
Did you not see some of the comments that people made yesterday about Bonnie Beach?
I did not.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't. We're bringing it back, man.
Bonnie Beach this, Bonnie Beach. What was it? Somebody said something about Bonnie Beach, and several comments were just left there. Left there. So
I want to bring it back. I want somebody to turn the water hose on tonight. By tomorrow at lunch.
Oh, man.
We'll have a big time.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. Who else has jumped in here? DJ, since I don't know where you made it down through. Did you make it through Gord?
Yeah, they're piling in now. Rhonda Johnson.
Yep.
Good morning to you.
Yep. Go ahead.
One of my guys, BC. Getting married soon. Brandon Carmichael. Good morning.
Yeah, there you go.
Josh Martin's in. Good morning. DeAmber Countryman. Not sure that I know DeAmber. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning, sister. Whitney's in this morning. Lisa McGraw, good morning to you. King Kane.
The King.
He's in with us this morning. Heather Godwin said we might be crawling across the line, but we
made it.
We made it. That's right. How about that? Amanda O'Gwen says she's watching on her Fire Stick, and we're awesome on her 54-inch.
How about that?
I bet both our heads look way bigger, and they're already big.
Now, I'm not sure if this is a typo or not. Did you see what Alan Howard posted?
Attention.
And do you know they're doing that?
9, let's see. Oil change. No, but I tell you what.
Is that real?
Yeah, but I tell you what, in the atmosphere of being a good sport.
Okay.
Tell you what I'm gonna do. At the end of this show, which should be somewhere around 9 a.m. ish.
Mm-hmm.
How about we do this? How about the first 5 people to walk in Peach Ford Service Department and the first 5 people to walk in Pete Chevrolet's Service Department and say they're there for the drive time oil change special, you're going to get it for free.
Wait a minute. That's 5 quarts of what's in the reel.
What you just said.
Okay. The first 5 that walk in today?
Today. After 9 o'clock, at the end of this show.
Let me text the Ford store real quick. at the end of the show.
At the end of the show.
Okay.
At the end of the show, the first 5 people that walk in and say, I'm here for the drive time oil change special, the first 5 only, it ain't going to cost you a dime. It's on, we're going to put it on Chip. I mean,
I love it.
I think Chip would be more than happy to do that. And you know.
Well, you can't beat that.
No.
That's a good way to start the weekend.
Great way to start the weekend. So, you know, there you go. D'Amber said she's here all the time. Just never say anything because she's paying attention.
Paying attention.
I love that.
Good for you.
That's right.
You might be the winner.
That's right. Hey, I like that mentality. She's in stealth mode.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. She's bobbing and weaving. She ain't ducking and dodging.
Amber, how tall are you?
And 60% of the time, it works every time.
And do you like the color red? I'm kidding.
Oh, man.
I'm not going to go down that path today.
There you go. Ashley Morris said it. Shout out to Samantha Morris and the T.R. Miller class of 2020 finally getting to walk tonight.
They're setting up the chairs right now. When I came by this morning, yep.
Will this be the first time ever in the stadium?
The first time I'm aware of. They may have done it back in the day. I don't know.
We don't know. Yeah.
But they were setting up the chairs today, and they are certainly keeping the social distancing in place. They were very spaced out. They're going to exceed the 6 feet.
King Kane. First 5 people to say Alan Thicke.
I'm going to tell you, the King's good. Has a good memory, too. Was that Kelly Webb? Alan Thicke?
It was.
That's good.
Oh man, you'll get me started this morning. I'm sorry.
It's Friday.
I'm trying
It's
to.
Friday.
I'm trying to hold
man.
it. I'm trying to hold it together, man. Trying to hold it together. Timmy Wiggins says, "What about I'm here for the donuts?" Yeah. So now listen, call-ins doesn't matter. You have to walk in the store.
Yeah, you got to call. You got to walk in. Come
If
see
you
us.
call, you do not qualify.
Visit with us.
You've got to come to the store, either one. Peach Ford, Peach Chevrolet. I hope the Chevrolet store, I hope somebody, Alan's watching, and you got the Ford store. So,
Yep.
yeah. So, just so everybody knows, like I said, first 5 people to walk in, you get absolutely free. Don't cost you a dime.
I saw Lisa A in just a moment ago.
Yeah.
Can I brag on her son just for a second?
Absolutely.
Her youngest son, Nolan, came in the Ford store yesterday, and I think he was getting a battery for his key fob or something there at the parts counter, and he walked in my office, and he came in, and I told him to have a seat, and we were just shooting the bull, talking about the COVID-19 and getting football practice back started, this, that, and the other, what was going on. And I said, is there something I can do for you, Nolan? He was sitting there for a while, and he said, no, I just want to stop in and say, hey, see how you were doing. And it meant the world to me. And, a lot of times, and I don't expect it out of any of them. And these guys are 16 and 17-year-olds. They got things to do and places to be. I get it.
Hormones running.
But the fact that he took a little time out to visit with an old guy, I thought that was pretty cool.
Sure.
And that meant a lot to me. And I certainly appreciated visiting with him. And he stayed probably 15 minutes.
When I was 16 or 17, if you'd have been a young lady, I would have been more than happy to sit down and spend some time with you.
I'm not sure. Well, I'm not. I know I didn't get it when I was 16. I would not have done something like that. Not out of being disrespectful or not caring. It just would not have crossed my mind to do that. And the fact that he did really impressed me. And it made my afternoon. It really did.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. The simple things can sometimes change the whole day for somebody.
And it sounded like it did for you.
It did. It did. I was on a high.
So you were in real good shape after that conversation.
Yep, that made me happy. So the next time you're ready to slap him around, Lisa, cut him a little slack. He does a lot of things right also.
Don't be too rough on the boy.
That's right.
Yeah. So there you go. Let's see here. JP the coach, good morning.
Morning, Coach.
Heather Goblin said Tatiana's not going to like that, DJ.
She'll get over it.
Yeah. Jennifer Glass, good morning to you. Let's see here. Take something to fan yourself with. That's a fact. D-Top, good morning to you. Rod Kennedy, good morning. Let's see here. Good luck to Heather Smith's daughter, my little buddy. Oh, yeah. Heather Smith, as her daughter's competing this weekend in the Our Little Miss Alabama 2020 state title. I don't know what that encompasses, but good luck to her.
Yeah, good luck.
Bring
it home. It all runs to the Dirty 30.
That's right. That's a fact. So, anyway, yeah, so getting ready for graduation.
Let me tell you another strange story from yesterday. Speaking of it all runs to the Dirty 30.
Please do.
I'm at the Ford store yesterday around 10-ish, minding my own business, doing my job. I get a phone call certainly from a number that I did not recognize. And it was from an ESPN affiliate radio station in Memphis.
Wait a minute now.
Well, I thought it might have been one of those calls.
Are you about to turn in your notice?
No. I thought it might have been one of those calls, so I'm going to play along. I'm not going to give him any sound bites like our good friend gave us. But he went on, he said that he had somehow came across this show on Facebook, deduced that we were from Bruton, and it just so happens that today on his show, Walter Lewis is going to be an in-studio guest.
How about that?
And he asked if I would call into his show to talk about, have a conversation with Walter. And I said, I'd be glad to. I said, that's royalty to me. I mean,
sure.
He is, Walter Lewis was, he was the king.
It's Walter Lewis.
Yeah, that's Walter Lewis, man. That's Walter. Hey, can you give me an autograph?
Of course I'll call.
Yeah. Please. I mean, I can't talk for longer than an hour. That's all I got is an hour. But I thought it was strange that
I don't want to talk to Walter.
Yeah. Walter who?
Yeah.
But he somehow found us and put the connection. And I told him, I said, it's amazing. I said, because everything really does run through the Dirty 30. It always comes back to here. I thought that was wild.
It really, that's crazy, man. Out of the blue, you get a call from an ESPN affiliate.
Yeah.
And he wants you to call in. He put on an ESPN show.
On an ESPN show, two guys from Bruton.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's right, Lisa. Enjoys talking to people who invest in him. How about that?
Well, I tell you, that it made my day.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what.
Made my day.
And I'm saying this from like I said a while ago. When we were all young. I mean, think about it, man. I mean, I don't know that talking to adults or grown folks was on the top of our list. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm quite certain that I never did that. I didn't, and of course you it's hard to foresee the importance of it, but I'm gonna tell you something. It hit me in the heart, man.
Yeah, I tell you what, that's and you can't pass up talking to Walter Lewis.
Oh yeah.
I mean, good gracious. I mean, that's Timmy Wiggins said you itching for a raise.
Let's see, from nothing to nothing. How about that?
Yeah. Well, nothing from nothing is nothing. So
Yeah.
What do they call that? No.
Did you see that?
Man, Ashley just busted you.
Hey.
Sure, you'll call in. You got credentials.
I mean, from one media mogul, ESPN, to another BMP.
Sure.
I mean,
you got a press badge.
yeah, we're going to partner up on a lot of projects moving
You
forward.
can text him your press credentials.
Yeah.
Here, man, I've got one. Remember Wayne's World?
Yeah.
They walk around them backstage passes,
gonna partner.
hold them up,
Yeah.
and pull to show them everybody. Listen, we may have ESPN call in here. We may class their joint up.
Could we co-produce an event with ESPN?
Sure.
Would we be up for that?
Look, they did Roll Tide War Eagle. We have War Eagle Roll Tide.
Tell you, so I'll say, look, guys, I'll bring out the flip phone. We've done a lot of games through chain link fence. I mean, we'll show you some cutting edge stuff that we've done.
We can show y'all some technology I guarantee y'all haven't used in 30 years. If you find Chris Berman, he can tell you how to use it.
Coming this year
The Swami.
on ESPN 11, the Battle of Murder Creek. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
I don't think they'd be too impressed with us telling them, hey, we did the first ever instant replay on a high school football game live streamed in the state of Alabama. They'd be like, we've been doing that for 30 years, 20 whatever. So, yeah.
I'm also going to tell them I'll handle the zip ties. Both times.
I'll tell you, man, if anybody knew that story, if they knew how that really happened and how many of y'all had to go back and do, you want to tell that story? I know we've probably told it before. KJ, you might want to coach DJ. If not, the FCC may come knocking after the Walter interview.
Who said that?
D-Top. Yeah. Let's see. We were told as kids it's better to be seen and not heard when adults are talking. Well, there you go. So, DJ and T-Bone, we were getting set up to do the Battle of Murder Creek. Was that 3 years ago?
It was, yes.
Coming up this season.
Yeah. No, it would have been 4
years.
years ago.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
we were having to run cable all the way down the home bleachers from the press box, both ways. So I gave DJ and T-Bone a real simple task, which is just take these wire cable ties and tie the cable to the top of the fence where, people can't pull it and trip over it and that kind of thing.
Easy instructions. Easy.
Well, they did. And both sides, and it looked real good. And I happened to be walking down the bleachers to go to a camera, and all of a sudden, two of these cable zip ties said, pop, pop, right in front of me. I stopped, and I looked, and I grabbed one of them, and I pulled them, and I looked at the next one, I pulled it. Well, they had flipped them backwards and installed every one of them. It must have been 500 backwards. So they had to go back and uninstall and reinstall correctly 500 zip ties.
I didn't see the little teeth on the clamp there.
The little tit.
Yeah, and I just couldn't.
It's got a little, and that's what they call it. That thing that goes through and clicks.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
I'm not an engineer. One of the things, though, that I am going to share with ESPN, if they choose to partner up and do the Battle of Murder Creek this year on the ESPN 11.
Good morning, Sergeant.
I'm going to say, understand how we do things here, boys. We go live 5 seconds before kickoff.
Yeah, literally.
Screw the pregame.
Yeah.
And don't be concerned if you see a black screen.
Yeah.
Right up until kickoff.
Don't worry, it's going to be fine.
When he blows the whistle and he kicks the ball, we'll have a picture.
We're going to have ours taken care of. You don't worry about it.
We got it.
We've got it. We got it. Had a little Popeye's chicken last night and ran across this morning. It said same store sales at Popeye's restaurants are up 40% year over year for the third week of May.
Up 40%.
40%.
So they are spiking.
It says that it's due in large part to a particular chicken sandwich that they introduced to take a direct run at Chick-fil-A. I would say, yes, I can agree with that article.
This store here seems to be doing that for sure.
You know, we work over there.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times you seen lines wrapped around that place? Double.
Oh, it stops out on 31.
Yeah.
I mean, the traffic stops
Sure.
on 31, and and people don't bypass it. They're waiting to get in there.
That's right. That's right. So there she is, Pistol Pete. Good morning, Pistol Pete.
Hey, good morning.
Down in that Atmo.
Atmore's back.
Yeah, what's going on down that way? The zip tie versus the zip try. Hey, we need to do I wonder if I got any video of that happening, because we could put a montage together, let you narrate it, and it could be Desperately Seeking Tony the Tiger Part 2.
Well, I think the thing that was the thing that was most amazing about it to me is I don't recall making a conscious effort to put them all on the same way. I would just grab, boom, boom, and I'm shocked that all 500 were backwards. I'm shocked. 'Cause I don't remember looking at it in detail and saying, I didn't know there was a right way or a wrong way to do it. And I think it's mathematically impossible, although I did it, to get all 500 of them wrong.
I would have thought it was impossible to do, but every single one of them
It's impossible.
were done that way.
That was amazing.
I want to mention something real quick. In as much as the Blueberry Festival was canceled this year, and I know that we in our community, we hate that, especially that's a big event every year and brings a lot of people to our town, and we really going to miss having that event happen, because, I don't know. Do you know of another time the Blueberry Festival has been canceled?
I'm not aware of one. No.
I'm not either. So, but in that, here's the deal. The chamber has decided to sell the original blueberry ice cream by the half gallon for $10 each, or two for $18.
And where are these going to be sold at?
Pickup will be on Thursday, June 25th, from 4 to 7 p.m. at Dogwood Hills. Will be drive-through service. Ice cream must be pre-ordered and paid for before delivery. We will order 150 half gallons. Order yours today before we run out. If you have any questions, you want to put this in the comments, DJ, call 867-3224.
867 what?
867-3224. And leave your name, email, and how many half gallons you would like, and someone will email you with an invoice with payment instructions. Also, stay tuned for an opportunity to purchase a T-shirt. They may have T-shirts available that they were going to have at the Blueberry Festival. So
I don't think they'll have any problem selling out.
150 half gallons.
They'll have no problem selling out.
I think that'll be gone in pretty quick.
They'll sell every.
They sell out every year to the Blueberry Festival anyway.
They'll sell it.
So, have you been thinking about refinancing your home?
I have not.
Let me tell you,
I'm 50-50 if I'm gonna make next month's payment.
Well, you on the toss-em plan. Get all the bills, toss them up, whichever one you catch.
Hey, get in line, man.
I saw a guy one
Get in
time.
line.
He told me, he said, listen, the last bill collector that called me, I told him, listen, if you keep calling, I'm going to put you at the back of the line.
Yeah. Keep on. Keep on.
But if you're looking, if you're talking about wanting to, if you're looking to refinance your house right now, 30-year fixed rate loans are at 3.15%, which is the lowest since Freddie Mac has monitored rates. That's low.
Sounds like a deal.
I think it's going to get lower. I really do. I think the Fed, before it's over, several countries now are loaning money at negative interest rates. The Federal Reserve of those countries, which means they're paying banks to take their money.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's coming, which means rates will get even lower. So that'd be something for anybody looking to lower that house payment. And we're not trying to give sound financial planning or advice. I just thought that was interesting.
Oh, yeah.
They said that that's the lowest has ever been recorded.
Yeah.
So, of course, the Swiss, they're still over there working on the escort guidelines, if you will. They have ordered a fleet of probes from Ford. You can't make this up.
Speaking of the Swiss, I think this is a good time to transition in since it's Friday.
Okay.
And let's go through some of the ground rules for finding the egg. All right. Do we need a shovel?
No.
Do you need an axe?
No.
Will you need a rake?
No.
What about a hoe?
That's optional. That's one of those that you may want to, I'm gonna let you make that decision for yourself.
It's Friday.
I mean, it is Friday, and that's the way it is. Are we gonna stream the local football games this year? I really enjoy watching.
Who said that?
Amanda O'Gwen.
Thank you, Amanda.
Don't have any plans as of yet. You never know. So who knows? Heather Godwin just said by the comments that the ice cream may be sold out. I might be one of the few who doesn't like blueberry ice cream. I don't know. I just know that.
Doesn't like it.
Yeah, I don't think it's sold out yet, unless it got sold. Just happened to get sold out because I was just sent that announcement from the good Colonel this morning. So I think he's probably got an idea of how many have been sold.
Yeah.
With that, with all that. So let's see here. Good morning, Jeff Robinson. Naomi Lindsay said, "Thank God our house is paid off." There you go. Happy.
Good morning, Hal.
I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all don't realize, we have got a YouTube legend.
When Hap has a rain out one day, we need to get him in here with us.
We got to.
I think that'd be a good time.
I think it would be great. Happy? We got to get you in Studio B. It'll never be the same.
That'd be a good time.
Yeah, never be the same. Let's see here. Jennifer Gog said, if you add blueberry moonshine to it, it's really good. Hey.
I could see that.
I guarantee we can get Micah to hook us up with some of that. DJ gets short old bill money due to the bird seed orders. There she is. Good morning, Fuquay.
Good morning, Fuquay.
Let's see here. There's Steve. Good morning, Steve Layton. There's the Wheeze.
Morning, Wheeze.
Morning, Wheeze. Which kind? That's, I don't know. Y'all know everyone will get that. Folks will be hoeing all the flowers up.
Can I share a human interest story? Like, this is legit.
Well, sure.
There is a young man. I say young man. He was a classmate of mine back in the day. So, hey, I'll say young man.
Okay.
He's on Facebook. His name is Ben Eby. EBY. His family had Eby's Hardware back in Bruton back in the day. Their building was there around where the Badcock Furniture store is.
That's right.
In that vicinity.
Dan Thomas said watching from White Oak Creek.
Oh, man. God's country.
Golly.
Have a good one, Weeze.
Hal said 120 have been sold as of last night. Didn't mean to interrupt, but
it won't take
so
forever.
30 more half gallons available. Yeah, that's it.
It'll be gone by lunch.
Yep.
Ben Eby is on Facebook. If you have an interest, I think you can go to the Bruton Standard. I think there may be a story there about his situation. On his personal page, there is certainly documentation of his situation. Long story short, he is in the Philippines, and he's kind of stuck. He's not imprisoned, but to get out of there, there's exit fees with a visa or something, and he's in a bad spot in terms of he's trying to come back to Bruton. And then he's going to bring his wife and child over as well when he can get here and get stabilized.
Wait a minute. Now he's an American citizen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's from Bruton, Alabama.
Yes.
And he can't leave the Philippines?
There's something with his visa. You have to go in and read the story. And I'm saying all that to say this. He has set up a GoFundMe page. And I know that a lot of people are leery of certain situations like that.
As well, they should be.
They should be, absolutely. I'm pretty sure this is a legitimate hardship case. And I know Ben. Ben, like I said, Ben was with us through about the 8th grade. Then went to an art school. He's like a master violinist. He's in the 1% in terms of being a violin player.
Sure.
But the story is tough to read, and I've read some of it. And, of course, the Bruton Standard has reached out to him. I think the Tri-City Ledger has as well. And you're going to see his story, I believe, in the paper in the coming weeks. And if you follow the story, if you check it out, and if you feel led, I think this is a worthwhile cause to support if you can. I'm not trying to direct anybody there, not trying to press anybody to it, but I can speak to this situation that there's validity to it.
How much money is it?
I think he's asking for $1,000. I think $1,000 gets him caught up there's something to do with an exit visa fee.
Is there not a senator or a congressman that we can call?
I don't know
from here and get them on the line.
Maybe. I'll tell you. Let's do this. When you get a chance today, go look at the story and just see if there is something we can do.
I will.
If you feel comfortable that it's legitimate, I do. I mean, I haven't done all I just know him. I know the family when they were here. And I think it's a real deal. I really do. If we have certainly generated support for others that were in need in the past. And I think this is one of those causes. But I would like for you to go look at it.
I will.
And see what you think. And I'm actually going to call the lady at the Bruton Standard because I think that she has a good bit more information than has been posted. But
that's crazy, man.
But he's wanting to come back and get a job, work, pay back, whatever. He's not asking something for nothing. He's just asking for help. And it's a pretty gut-wrenching thing.
That's crazy, man. Good morning, Allie Sawyer. Happy Friday. That's right. Happy's apparent. That would be epic. Jesse James. Good morning, Chef Adam. Hot Rod said Happy's the only person he knows that's been on Facebook for a week and already has a YouTube channel. Demetria Jackson Nettles, good morning.
Good morning.
Great good morning. That's right. Good morning.
I love that.
I do too. Happy Friday. Let's see. The number for the ice cream again was 867-3224. If I'm not
Let me go back. I posted it back here.
That's right. 867-3224 is the number. I mean, yeah, it's the number. So,
yep.
Wow. I mean, I'm going to tell you, there's got to be, that's crazy. $1,000 to leave a country? Is this the Philippines hard time?
Well, this includes, evidently, he is a person of no means at this point. That $1,000 gets him flown from there to somewhere, from somewhere to Atlanta in a bus ticket to Bruton. He's going to ride the bus from Atlanta to Bruton.
Was he?
I don't think the full $1,000 is applicable to a exit fee.
Was he caught over there due to the COVID-19 thing? I mean, is that what's happened?
I don't know. No, he's been there for years. He's been there for 4 years.
Okay.
He's been there for 4 years.
Is he in the military?
No.
He just moved.
He's married a young lady from over there. They have a child.
I got you.
And from what I could gather, he lives with his in-laws. He has referenced it being a third world country several different times. Money's hard to come by, work even harder. But he's trying to get back to Bruton to get on his feet.
Christy Lum said she just searched Ben. There was a lot of them. Can you share the story? Maybe. Do you have it? Did it?
Yeah.
He has a Facebook page?
Yeah, I think you can go to the Bruton Standard. I think the Bruton Standard has already posted one story on it. But he has a Facebook page. He has a Facebook presence.
What is it, Ben Eby?
Ben Eby. E-B-E-N-E-B-Y. And he's a homeboy who's in a bad spot. And I think it's legitimate.
I'm actually friends with the guy. I know who that is. Hold on, we're getting the cut. We're about to get. I've just pulled it up here. Let me see about what this is. Okay, here we go. I'm going to. If I can copy this, here we go. Let me copy this and put this in the. Oh, Jesse James got it. She got it. So there you go. There's the link right there, Christy.
For those who will, go check it out.
Yeah.
If you feel led to help, I think, like I said, there's so many things out there that have a scam element to it. I don't think this is one of those.
Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot of GoFundMe's that have a scam element to it.
Yeah. I don't think
and trust me, it's been that's been perpetrated on this community.
Yeah.
Those efforts have in the past.
Yeah.
And anyway, I'll leave that.
I'm gonna make a contribution a little later today. I don't have all the money in the world, but I'm gonna throw a bone out there to try to help Ben, and he's trying to get back here, which is gonna make him one of us if we're successful in the efforts. And yeah, it all runs through the Dirty 30, right?
It does. Good morning, Cody Fowler. How's that baby doing? Let's see here. Amber says she told her 9-year-old that Dasher Cash was back, and she was so stoked because she said y'all were gone because people don't know how to act. She's excited about hunting again. Her comment was maybe people stay off private property, and don't you think if they hid it at people's houses or business, they would find it? She finished with saying maybe this time people won't trespass. She's excited. Well, that is precious. I mean, it is. 9-year-old.
Oh, that's great.
Looking for that money. Hey, listen, let me say this. We're going to, we're having a good time with it this time.
It's going to be great.
I mean, I'm having a great time with it. I really, honestly, this is like the first year of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been fun. The messages I've got have been great messages. It's not, just crazy off the wall stuff, you know what I'm saying? So,
and anybody who wants to, certainly don't have to, but anybody who wants to meet me at Arby's tonight at 11:30 p.m., I'm going to John Robert Fountain's house. I've got spotlights, Q-beams, nothing less than $1 million candlelight power. We've got a track code that's going to meet us out there, and we're going to turn John Robert's yard inside out for anybody who wants to join.
Well, I tell you this, we're going to get into this Benjamin Eby thing, and we're going to figure something out here. That is something. Let's see, what do they say? If you watch 90 Day Fiancé, it's true. They only have 1 or 2 flights that come out now, and the price for flights are high because of COVID. Somebody call Coach Tuberville. Well, let me say this. Good morning, Jordan Rowland. We're going to call somebody. And let me get back to this and say this. Is his whole family not eligible to leave with him? I mean, I'm going to tell you something. It'd be hard for me to leave Jesse and James and Kinsley by themselves.
Understand, I've had no direct communication line with him to this point.
Right.
I have read and tried to piece together what is going on. I think he is trying to make this as painless on the people who are willing to help him. I think if he can get home for 1,000, I'm assuming his family could come over for 2,000. If that's the case, that's where the efforts ought to be directed. I think it hurts him to ask for help.
Yes.
I think he's in a spot where he doesn't really have. And he posted this. I'm not putting his personal business out there. He posted this.
Sure.
What I read, he has a sister in the States who is, for whatever reason, is choosing not to help him. I think he has reached out to her. That has ended in nothing. And I don't think he's looking to get over on anybody. I don't think he's looking to be a deadbeat. He had one post that said, if I can just get back, I will pay back anybody who helps me. And like I said, his God-given talent, I don't know what he does as a trade. I don't know what his God-given talent is. He's musically inclined. Like he is a concert quality violinist.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. Once again, there's something to be said for this community. It's the greatest community in the world for a reason. Let me just read a little bit of this here. Let's see, stranded in the Philippines. He came to marry his wonderful wife, April. Due to underestimating the cost of the wedding, in Filipino culture, the groom pays for the wedding. Man, that's and not realizing that I would have to pay a fine at the airport because I didn't have an exit visa. I was stranded here. I've tried to work online or under the table in order to make enough to return, but I have been unable to make enough. The money raised would go for a plane ticket to Manila, a plane ticket to Atlanta, a bus ticket from Atlanta to Bruton, exit fee, visa fees, regular visa charges that I am behind on, and if any is left over, money for getting back on my feet. As things stand now, my intention is to return to my hometown of Bruton. I just can't see anybody doing something like that. That really didn't,
a long time ago, I knew this person.
Yeah.
The person I knew a long time ago he was legit. He had obviously a different set of interest than most of the people at Bruton Middle School. And, but like I said, he was a prodigy from the violin standpoint. Like he could play like at 5. I mean, he was one of those guys that could pick it up and play it. I think he certainly had formal training after he was identified as having a gift, but he could pick up the violin and play it. He was a prodigy. And of course, people remember his family being in the hardware business for years.
That's where I remember him from.
And I think they had a very good name in the community. I don't know that to be any different. They actually lived there on the house on Belleville that many of us knew McGowan Millard on, that Lance McInnish has recently bought.
Let's see. D-Tom wants to know that they need to bring hose tonight.
Yeah, why not?
Good morning, Joshua Gibson. Dwayne Young, good morning. Sherry Weaver said he was giving lessons via the internet at one time. It's probably, Joni Simpson says, probably cheaper for him to come home being a U.S. citizen. If his family isn't U.S. citizens, it is expensive for travel visas. I remember we hosted exchange students. Hold on, we got a phone call coming in here.
I'm going to take that one.
I'm going to because of what it said. Good morning. You're on Drive Time with DJ and KJ.
Hey, this is Rob up in Memphis, watching y'all on this Boss Man Production 730. When is that clue number 3 coming out?
No, wait a minute. This is Rob from Memphis, and you're wanting clue number 3 for the Dash for Cash, huh?
Yeah. I mean, look, hey, I'd heard about your show from your brother-in-law, and I was like, I'm gonna start following this thing. But war damn from up here in Memphis, and in this day and age of working remote but I live in the free state of Tennessee. At least we can go out and mow the lawn and buy some grass seeds and put more than 2 people in a damn boat.
Have you ever been to Bonnie Beach?
I have not. I've been Memphis.
Oh, I'll tell you what, we need to get you down here, Rob, and me and you, and we'll get a big crew. We'll go to Bonnie Beach and have a big time. You talking about 2 people in a boat? We'll have a good time out there.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, I live in at least Tennessee and Alabama are red states, and I haven't been able to go in my office since March 16th, and I'm actually getting up, just going to work out. No pools are open. I get up 5:30 or 6 in the morning. go swim. That's when I do my serious thinking. And there's actually several Auburn fans that swim over there with us, and we can have a damn team eventually. But guys, I'm ready for college football. I just, you turn on the damn idiot box, and you got a bunch of emasculated men in skirts trying to tell everybody to stay hunkered down and lock the doors and wear a damn mask inside their own house and be scared. Hey, what if our ancestors hadn't had the balls to get on those old rickety wooden ships 350, 400 years ago and come over here and make it to the United States? I mean, where would we be now? We'd be living in Europe. God help us.
Hey, listen.
We're going to have football.
Hey, listen, Rob. This is KJ. Hold on just a second. Let me catch my breath. I'm trying to. I'm trying to keep up, and like you running 440 through a 110 right now.
Sorry about that. I'm just wound up. I'm excited about it, and I just hear so much negativity, and if the mainstream media that we have in America today had been around when the light bulb was invented, their lead story would have been lamenting the death of the candle.
I don't disagree with that.
I don't disagree with that either. Why don't you introduce Rob to the viewing, or as you say, from left to right on your radio dial.
From left to right on radio dial. In with us on Drive Time is Rob Brown. He's from Memphis. We were actually in the same fraternity at Auburn. Rob's a couple years older than me. Knew my brother as well. He was the one I was telling you about. I spoke with yesterday. Rob does a number of things. One of them, he's a radio personality in the Memphis area. He has on
ESPN affiliate.
He has several different shows. He's going to have Walter Lewis on later today. He has become friends with Walter down through the years. Rob's connected in that scene. Knows a lot of college coaches, former players, and we're going to. So excited that you called in this morning, Rob. I appreciate that. And one of the things you just mentioned, and it's funny that you did about the negativity. That's exactly what we don't do here on Drive Time. We look at the positives. We look at all the wonderful blessings that we have, the positive things going in our community. We promote community. We promote individuals. We do have a good time. We have a War Eagle Roll Tide page where we get in there and cut up pretty good and go back and forth with each other. But I appreciate you also validating that so much negativity is out in mainstream media. And what purpose does it serve? What good does it do?
Well, I think it justifies people being jerks. And, most of these people have never had any real life experiences. And, one of the best things about, I can already tell listening to your show, man, y'all got so much positive energy. That's what I love about it. And, America has suffered for a long time by too many people leaving small towns and being warehoused in big cities. Thomas Jefferson warned against it 30 years ago. He said they're big cities are basically just holding pens of decadence and immorality. And listen, y'all live in a town of 67,000 people, Bruton, Alabama. Down there, the Battle of Murder Creek. I mean, I worked with Will Ruzick for a couple of years, who's from Bruton, and I love small towns. Look, I live in Memphis. Memphis is the largest small town in America. Everybody that lives in this city of 1 million people, whatever, is maybe a couple of generations, 2 or 3, removed from some small town in the Mississippi Delta. I mean, hell, man, my grandparents, they moved up here from Helena, Arkansas after, I guess World War II, because things in the Delta, hell, his older brother was a lawyer, and he said there's only room for one lawyer in Helena, Arkansas. Get your ass a job somewhere else. So that's how it goes.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Rob. Bo Jackson is going to be doing a fishing trip down this way. Do you have a hookup with Bo that you might could get me and DJ on the boat with him?
I wish I went to school when he was there, and only thing I remember, I don't know Bo. I wish I did. I need to do that Bo Bites Bama thing, because he loves Auburn, and I'm with you. I'd love to go out there fishing with him. Couldn't you love to see Bo getting a hold of a big old marlin? He'd probably pull it in with one good yank.
Well, he pulled in about a 600.
The strongest human being I've ever seen in my life.
He pulled in last year about a 600, 700 pound bluefin tuna. off the Breathe Easy, which is actually the captain of the boat is married to a girl from Bruton, Alabama, because it all runs through the Dirty 30.
It all runs through the Dirty 30, Rob.
Everything runs through the Dirty 30. So,
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, hey, let me ask y'all. Y'all are, of course, I've grown up, going down to Destin. My dad graduated from Auburn in March 18th, 1954. And so I think the first time I ever went to Auburn was 69 or 70. And I just, it was in my blood. I've got a son that's a Sigma Nu at Auburn now, is a junior, Wilson. And, look, I'm going to tell you one thing. That coast down there, I grew up as a kid going down there, y'all, talking about deep sea fishing and that whole culture. And it was Auburn and Alabama fans everywhere you look. Now, of course, I favor the orange and blue. I'm a little bit biased, but, man, where y'all live down there, you don't realize how lucky you are. We came through there on the way back from Orange Beach a year ago this month, and it was like a Sunday. Y'all are so close to the coast. You're down there in arguably the most conservative part of America, the Florida Panhandle, L.A., Lower Alabama, but also unbelievable. You can't get much better than being down on the beach in Destin, anywhere on 30A or Orange Beach, drinking cold road sodas, reading football magazines, and evaluating talent walking up and down the beach. It's hard to do. It's hard to do better than that.
Well, I tell you what, Rob, we're going I'm looking forward to hearing how the conversation goes with DJ and yourself and Walter Lewis, and that's going to be something I know DJ's looking forward to that as well, and certainly glad you called in. I can tell you one thing: as soon as football season gets cranked up, we got to have you at least a weekly feature here on Drive Time to talk to us about what's going on and things going on around the SEC. And, I don't know how many more conferences are going to be playing, but the SEC has said they're going to play. So,
yeah, we are. We definitely, hey, guys, I want y'all to be on my show because, we do sidelines and Will told me to call DJ and we kept missing each other. And then, my wife and I were talking yesterday. He was telling me what y'all do with the show, and I was like, "Oh my God!" I said, "Man, y'all have got a Class A, program. What you're doing with the technology, with the web, with Facebook, live streaming, and all that stuff. And that's where the future is. You got radio, but everybody gets in a vehicle or they get on an airplane. They're gonna listen to podcasts, and this thing is out there all over the place. And I'm going to now start linking it up and telling all my friends all over the country that are Auburn people to start listening to you. But it's the content. But, yeah, I will – look, if y'all will call my show, I'll call your show, anything I can. I love Auburn. I love to cover SEC and college football. And, yeah, I talked to Walter Lewis last night, and, I said, man, this will be a lot of fun. And we were talking about Bruton. And, DJ, I love your quote. You said, as a kid growing up in Bruton, there were three quarterbacks in the world. Roger Staubach of the Cowboys, Terry Bradshaw of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Walter Lewis from T.R. Miller. That's also where Lee Mark Sellers played his football. And, we all remember him at Auburn, tight end.
And Dow Altman.
Yeah, Dow Altman. Now, what was that bar down? He was from Frisco City, wasn't he?
No, he was from Bruton.
Dow's from Bruton.
He's from here.
Okay, but there was a bar down there called Frisco's, wasn't there?
Let's see. It was the White Horse, and that was Blackburn's.
Oretz.
Okay. Oretz. Could have been Oretz, or it could have been the Chaser's Lounge.
Okay.
Or the Red Fox Inn.
Dow Altman. Okay, because Dow Altman was one of the best football players because he converted from. Remember, he was a backup linebacker.
That's right.
Team.
Yep.
They moved him to nose guard. Y'all had some hellacious players come out of the Battle of Murder Creek. But before I know y'all got other people on, but let me ask you this. In your opinion, right now, what you're seeing Auburn doing in recruiting, bringing in these offensive linemen that Jack Bicknell is going for the 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", just monsters. Are y'all thinking that's the right thing for us to do, that they're going to be able to be quick enough to run this high-powered offense. What I can tell about Chad Morris is he went to Arkansas, and the word from everyone I know a couple of friends that played for Arkansas, Brett Bielema, the coach over there, was pretty well known for going out drinking with his players on Dixon Street. And when they fired him at Arkansas, the players kind of boycotted. And Chad Morris had no chance to win going into that, and he recruited a lot of talent. And he's now down at Auburn. But I know in Texas, he is a legend like Gus is in Arkansas. And if Gus will really let him coach, it's going to be fun to watch. But do y'all think that'll happen? I want to hear what y'all think about both of those things. And I want to hear y'all's opinion because y'all definitely know what you're talking about.
I'm going to answer that in just a moment, Rob, but I do want to say this real quick and get this information from you. There will be a lot of people here that would love to hear Walter today. Where can people go in Brewton, Alabama, or in the surrounding area to listen to your interview with him today?
Yeah, he's going to be on at 3:15 Central on Sidelines. So the website is sidelines.live, just sidelines.live.
I'm posting that now. Sideline Live.
Sidelines dot live.
Okay, is that
Sidelines with an S? Yeah, sidelines with an S, plural. Yes.
Dot live.
Dot live.
Dot live. And then what we'll do, and you can go down in the bottom right-hand corner and click on there and listen live at 2:55. We'll put it on, and I think Coach Tuberville will either be on at 4:45 or 3 o'clock today if he can do it. He's usually on with us on Fridays, and we've got we mix it up and we cover a lot of SEC, obviously, but Hudson Mason hopefully can be on from Atlanta, former Georgia quarterback. We'll do Neil Caudle from Auburn, backup quarterback he actually held the field goal that West Byram kicked. Remember, he's going to be on. He's going to be on with us in today at 3:30. So that's going to be right. He's going to come on right after Walter Lewis.
Hey, Rob. Do you know where Neil Caudle's grandparents live?
Do they live down in Brewton?
Brewton, Alabama. Brewton, Alabama. Mr. George Harrison. It all runs through the Dirty 30. I promise you.
Yeah.
I love this, man. Every day.
When you have Neil Caudle on today, you ask him about Brewton, Alabama. He spent time here as a kid visiting his grandparents, Mr. George Harrison. He has passed away. Mr. Harrison has passed away, but he was a beloved figure here for many, many, many years, and Neil Caudle has spent quality time in Brewton, Alabama.
Rob, we live in the greatest community in the world.
It is, Rob. We got to get you down here. It's the greatest community in the world.
The greatest community in the world.
Let me tell you something, Rob. Rob, let me tell you this, and this is going to resonate with you. And I want you to do this. July 18th of this year, assuming that we get the go-ahead in terms of having the function, we are having the Dirty 30 Jam. And the headliner, the headline band is the Velcro Pygmies.
Oh, God.
We're also going to have Telluride. I know you remember Telluride, but you need to make plans. You and your wife come down. We will take care of you. Raj Palmer's on with us as we speak. We have a brand new 5-star hotel. We will hook you up
in the Red Room with DJ at the Red Room.
Come at your own risk.
This is awesome. Hey, listen, guys. I love. Listen, like I said, I spend a ton of time down in the Mississippi Delta. I've got a little farm down there in Lambert, and then our hunting club over in Parkin, Arkansas, 30 minutes from the bridge. I mean, there's nothing better than getting out of, Memphis, I love my town, but there's nothing better than getting out in places like Brewton and Carrollton, Georgia, you name them, okay?
Oh, yeah.
That's the best thing about it. That's what I loved about Auburn when I went down there was we had so many guys from places like Carrollton, and then, Philip and Steve and your sister Molly came up, and then Will Ruzick, about 7 years younger, but he worked with me at Duncan Williams, and I met him in like August of 2012 at Mama G's at Donahue and West Magnolia, Philip, DJ. And I went in there. No, nothing's better than a mama's love all the way steam. But I'm going to tell you, that sounds like fun that sounds like a lot of fun, July 18th, because that'd be right on the way to Orange Beach to go down there. And
Mama
look,
G's.
I don't know if we're going to have media.
Steve.
Hey, listen, if we do SEC Media Days, are y'all going to come this year?
Absolutely.
Are we going to come? We got a press pass, pal, and I got a couple of questions for the Angry Elf. I got a couple.
I've never been.
Hey,
here's the deal.
I'm going to call him out. I'm going to make the Angry Elf hit me. I'm going to make him. Then I'm going to throw my hands up and say, see, I told you. Now he's had to get on the stool to get me because I go 5'11". Ish.
Hey, I've never been to Media Days. I've never been, guys. And I've been doing radio on the side as a co-host and filling in for people since 1987 when we put Sidelines on the air at Auburn. But what I'm saying is I've always helped other people. My wife said, get your own show. So we started August 9th with Sidelines, and the name was still there. But we got to meet together and get on Radio Row.
Yeah.
Man, we're going to have more fun than the Grand Marshal of a nude Shriners parade on Main Street in Waukegan, Wisconsin. Damn, it's going to be fun.
No, wait a minute, let me get this straight.
Now, how'd you get that big Harley up there on that high dive?
Let me get this straight. You have said Mama's Love steamed in Waukegan, Wisconsin in the same call-in. That's top shelf, man.
And Shriners Convention. I want to tell you something. I mean, do you have a Fez as well?
Hey, man. Listen, there's nothing more fun.
If you got a Fez with a propeller on top of it, I'd love to see that.
Rob, let me tell you something, Rob. You have got to look at my collection of male brides catalog. I mean, there's some stuff in there that'll just, I went down that road once and it ended poorly. I'm out about $2,500. Had some issues down at Mobile Port that were outside my control. But I'll tell you something, man. You're my guy. You are now my guy. I like that.
This pimping that I got in my blood, it came from a family tree. My granddaddy was a pimp. My great-great-great-granddaddy was a pimp. I'm talking about pimping since pimping.
Listen, if you're going to mention Mama G's,
I'll tell you something.
Waukegan, Wisconsin, and the Shriners Convention,
let me tell you something.
We got to be pimping on top of it.
Subway don't know it right now, but they're making me a Mama's Love today at 11:30ish. I'm going in there and I said, I don't want any crap. I don't want any lip. I want a Mama's Love.
I will tell you, man.
And I want it now.
Rob, listen, I promise you, weekly, you've got to call in. We got to have a segment. Rob from Memphis has got to be a segment here on Drive Time. And I'm going to tell you what, right now, I'm going to call Pistol Pete, and I'm going to get Pistol Pete in here or on the phone at the same time, and DJ and I can just cut the mics off and let y'all go.
And Rob, I'm going to tell you something. You need to move to Bruton. We could have a big time. This is the greatest community in the world, and I need you to move down here. And we'll just make it okay with your wife later.
Hey, yeah, listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. That's what I love about getting, radio and calling y'all show.
Jeff Robinson said he has a Fez.
Y'all, this is fun. You know what? This is like the old David Letterman show. Letterman would have a guest on there and he'd say, thank you so much for your appearance. Get him a box of fluorescent bulbs and some sponges, this show, y'all got more damn energy. That's the way you want to wake up. I wake up every morning, say it's going to be a great day. Hell, I mean, look, the big challenge, hey, DJ, ask Philip and Steve, on Wednesdays, Ida and Mary over there at the Sigma New House used to make breakfast for us, and they'd make these things called frat cakes. And you'd try to walk from the house to Haley Center after eating those frat cakes, and you'd be dilated about 8.5 centimeters about halfway across that drill field, like, oh, it's the big one. Don't you look at me, you old fish-eyed fool. Fred G. Sandberg, you a hug, come in there and go,
this is gold.
Daddy, come on now. And then Grady would come over there. You remember Grady come over, Fred, you can't give us some of that riffle. Come on now. Look, you can't beat this stuff. But, no, I love talking college football, but it's because of stuff like this. And I tell you what, on Fridays,
Rob G.
AJ,
and the G stands for
better.
grams.
Don't you love it? Fred G. Hey, Rallo, get y'all going now, Rallo and Julio. Look, they don't make TV shows like that anymore, guys.
No.
Look, hey, I know y'all got to get going, but I'm looking forward to having Walter Lewis because I talked to him last night, and he called me back, and I missed him. I called him back. He is such a, I mean, yeah, he works for Piper Jaffray doing structured bond deals, investment deals. Very, very successful Walter Lewis. And I was telling him, I said, man, you broke my heart. I said, when Coach Bryant broke the record for winning 315 in the Iron Bowl, 1981, David Housel and Auburn let me work in the press box in high school, and Auburn was the home team that game. I said, Walter, with about 11 minutes and 27 seconds to go in the ball game, the Auburn Tigers led 17-14. And then if I remember correctly, you flicked a little Utah pass to your boy, Jesse Bendros, out of Miami. And he goes, yeah, that's right. And I said, it hurts talking about it. And then Lenny Patrick out of Walker County High School in Jasper scored the other touchdown. They beat us 28-17. And I remember Pat Dye in the post-game locker room. He said, well, let me say, first of all, congratulations, and to give all the credit in the world to that man across the way in the other locker room. I love him like a father. But let me say this. Auburn people, listen. He said, you know, as soon as we start playing out of the same deck of cards as Alabama and Georgia and Florida and Tennessee, he goes, we're going to win championships. And he said, I appreciate you taking time to interview me, but we got to get on the bus and get back to Auburn because we're getting to work because we're going to start kicking, and we're going to do it now. I love that attitude, and I pray that Coach Dye is going to be okay. He's in the hospital up there at East Alabama Medical Center, but since he took over the job in 1981, Auburn leads that series 20-19. And in this century, Auburn leads the Iron Bowl 11-9. Two great programs, two unbelievable fan bases. And, you know, my best friend I grew up with was an E at Alabama. That's just the way it is. We don't hunt together on the day of the Iron Bowl. No guns allowed. But there's nothing better. But I love y'all's show. And I'm going to spread the word on my show, Sidelines, and link people up to it. But y'all guys are damn bringing the freaking energy, and I love it. And I'm going to tell you something. We need more places like Bruton and Carrollton, Georgia, and Bainbridge, Georgia, and all these towns, because that's what fuels America. And I think a lot of people are going to start leaving these big cities and going back where their roots are. Go back and read about the fugitive poets in the early 20s. They warned against the South leaving its agrarian roots. Small town America is the heart and soul. I swear to you, it's what makes this country work. And when you get too far removed from it, you forget what being an American is. War Damn, I love the show. And please, if y'all listen to Walter Lewis today, we're going to have fun. I'm looking forward to having him on there. He may be an Alabama guy, but he's a son of Bruton, and y'all ought to be proud of him. And, man, I love this show. This is KJ and DJ. Y'all have got a damn good show. Thanks for letting me be on.
See you, Rob. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, Rob. I've got a concussion. Everything's foggy. I'm seeing spots.
Listen, I have one word: cocaine. And I'm not saying. What I'm telling you is, that had to be at least an 8-ball.
I'm gonna tell you something, Rob. That's Rob. I mean, Rob is just.
Oh no! Listen,
he's a.
That is gold.
Did you hear his dates?
Yeah,
man. You can take it to the bank.
Did you hear him calling out high schools of these?
Yeah.
Listen, he is the equivalent of you. He just talks faster.
He is. I don't know.
I'm just saying he is. I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm sitting here listening to this. And number one, I couldn't breathe. I'm over here. I thought I was going to have to find a brown paper bag and just start breathing in it because I'm sitting here thinking, what's happening?
Well, you know this about me. I have never gone back and watched one of our shows ever.
Right.
I don't go back and I don't go back and watch it. I'm going to go back and watch this segment and just try to, in my mind, wrap around the subject matter that was discussed. I mean, we were everywhere. I loved it. Man. Rob is awesome.
He is.
Brilliant
listen.
guy. His day job is in the financial world. He's financial planning, helps people with long-term financial plans, and he's very, very successful at it, very good, very well thought of. He is at the top of that field in the Memphis area, but he's amazing.
Ashley Morris said if he texts as fast as he talks, there's no way autocorrect can keep up.
I just got 4 texts from him. I've had 4 in a row come in. I haven't had a chance to read them, but you see them right here. Hey, boom, 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 boom.
He sure did.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Jessica said, I'll have what he's having. Connie B says, if you want to hang out, you got to catch a ride.
Bonnie Beach is fixing to explode.
Hey.
We get robbed down here on the 18th. We get a couple of rain showers and get that water. Ooh,
Hey.
woo.
Can you imagine getting robbed in the middle of O'Bannon Park at the Dirty 30 Jam when Telluride hits the stage, and then later on when the Pigs hit the stage, or for that matter, when Prince hits the stage?
Hey, I think he's coming.
Well, how could he pass up
I think Rob Brown will
the
be here
red
on the 18th.
room?
I think he'll be here. I swear to you, I think he'll come. But there's 2 things I want.
Now, explain to people. They got to understand. Rob is not a nobody.
Oh, yeah.
If y'all think that was just somebody calling in here, no. That is not the case.
Rob's a made guy.
Yeah.
He's
Explain to him who this guy is.
Rob's real.
Yeah.
Rob is real. And I really hope that several people in our audience, in our Drive Time family, will watch his interview with Walter Lewis today at sidelines.live. Sidelines.live, 3:15 Central Standard Time. Walter Lewis is going to be on with Rob. Now, I don't think Walter's going to get to talk a lot, but he's going to be on, and I'm looking forward to following that. I'm actually going to call in a little bit later in that program.
I'm going to tell you what. I am, like you said, I'm concussed.
I can tell you this. I can tell you what he's done for me. I'm getting esteemed Mama's Love today at Subway. I am.
Yeah, you may force me to go get one.
I want us all to go get one.
Now that you said that.
Let's march on to Subway.
Why don't we get... Listen, what if a Mama Goldberg's opened up here in town? Don't you think it could mop up? I mean, for real. Is that not one of the best sandwiches you'll ever eat?
I was always partial to the Bull Rider, but the Mama's Love is a good sandwich.
I'm not. What I'm saying is, I'm talking about just the Mama Goldbergs.
I mean, I eat every time I go up there. every time I go. Now, my son doesn't care for it that much, but he'll go. He goes, and he gets his nachos and gets whatever he gets. But
so he's not a sandwich eater. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Ashley said he needs to MC July 18th.
I really think he'll be here. I promise you. I think that he will work out he has a pretty loose schedule. He's gotten himself positioned. He's 50. Rob's probably 56, 57. He's gotten to a point where he can kind of come and go as he wants to from work. And I bet he lines up a beach trip. And part of that run's going to be here July 18th. If there's a way to do it, I know he'll do it.
I'm going to tell you something, man. When you and I spoke about him yesterday, I knew you said he spoke fast and full of energy and all that kind of stuff. I had no idea that was coming. I had no idea.
I told you.
But I tell you what, after hearing that, you know what it is? It has inspired me to want to hear the Friday's Top 5. I mean, why not? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We should have got Rob to give us his top 5, but it would have lasted 2.2 seconds.
Yeah.
So, DJ, tell us the topic of the Friday, or top five Friday.
Okay.
What's it going to be today?
I'm a fair guy.
A fair guy.
Always have been a fair guy.
That's right.
The last time we did one, did I not do
it was
the
very
top
fair.
5 players from an opponent standpoint?
I thought it was. Matter of fact, I thought it was kind of overly fair.
I mean, it was right down the line.
Well, it was. I think it may have been slanted a little bit too much fair.
Well, there was other players that could certainly be considered. I'm not saying they haven't had great players, but the 5 I put out there were widely known as great players by everybody. You have to admit that. if you're going to have any credibility in talking about the stuff.
Central time, Amanda. Central.
So this time, to be fair, I'm going to put the top 5 most overrated players in that school's history. Players who had great credentials, they didn't concern me at all. Had no worries about them at all.
So this is the top 5 most overrated players in Alabama University history.
Yes.
Okay. Number 5.
Number 5. And it's funny. Number 5, former 5-star, former parade All-American, Tyler Watts. All the credentials, much ballyhooed. He was going to be this. He was going to be that. I'll tell you what he was. He was terrible.
He was a bust.
He was terrible.
He was a dud.
Terrible.
Yeah, he was. He was.
Number 4.
But he looked good in a uniform.
Number 4, going to stay at the same position. 5-star quarterback, going to be the savior. I will give him this. He could take a lick. Crody Broyle. Horrible.
He and Stanley McClover became real good friends one Saturday afternoon.
About 16 times. I've hunted with Crody. I'm going to tell you something. I've hunted with Crody, and there's nothing to him. A little funny side note on this. This was at Cedar Creek, back when Crody was playing at Bama. Hal Clemens was there at the lodge as well, and Crody got up off the couch, went outside for something, and left his Carhartt jacket on the couch. Hal went over there, started shaking the jacket, and they said, Hal, what are you doing? He said, I'm trying to find the rest of him. Well, he's nothing. Crody Broyle was 6-footish, 160 pounds.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
had a lot of fanfare. A lot of fanfare.
Number 3.
Number 3. I would say number 3 would be Xavier McKinney. 5-star, parade All-American.
Gotta be.
First-round draft pick.
Gotta be.
Got his head knocked off. And knocked out of the first round of the draft.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Love that bit. Love that one.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Number 2. This is another guy not as well known, but a former quarterback, David Smith. David Smith is currently one of the head officials for the SEC.
I was just about to say, this is the fool that's one of the head officials of the SEC, and he always ends up officiating a damn Auburn game.
Wore the white cap.
How does that happen?
Wore the white cap in 3 Auburn games last year.
That's exactly right.
Guess what he did in the Georgia game?
What did he do, DJ?
He was in charge of instant replay. Remember the Seth Williams catch on the 15-yard line? Got overturned?
I do.
Yeah. So David Smith, overrated as a player, doing amazing things with SEC officials.
Yeah, overrated as an SEC official as well. If you're listening up there in Birmingham, which I know you are, in Birmingham, you'll need to do something about this biased officiating that you got going on.
Yeah.
I mean, they do.
Yeah.
If you, anyway, number 1.
Number 1, and this is a no-doubter. The money paid, the relocation process, the number 1 most overrated player in the history of Alabama University is the Pineapple himself.
No
Tua.
doubt.
The teams he played on went 1-2 against Auburn.
I mean,
they got nothing.
They're just no doubt.
They got nothing.
I mean, I'm going to tell you something. Let's load up the family from paradise. And let's move
anywhere in the world, anywhere you want to go, guys.
To Alabaster, Alabama.
Daddy, can we go to Alabaster, Alabama? Please.
Let's go to Alabaster.
Hey, 1 and 2 was his record against his in-state rival.
I mean, wow. That was just great top 5. I'm going to tell you something. We're going to have to, Fridays are going to be top 5 Fridays. And if we save Rob's segment for Fridays, we could let Rob do his top 5, but we're going to tell him he's got about 8 minutes to do it.
Yeah. Be close. It'll be close.
Rob, we're coming up on a hard break, man.
Hard break. Come on, Rob. Come on, Rob.
Oh, man. I mean, listen. Obviously, we appreciate Rob calling in, and for those of y'all that I think when y'all start checking out who Rob is, I think you're going to find out that wasn't just anybody who just called in here.
Real guy.
Yeah. It's kind of like the night I looked up and Coach Tommy Tuberville was standing in Studio B.
And having a good time.
I felt concussed.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, this isn't happening. Of all the things that I ever thought that I would see, that wasn't one of them.
Yeah. Yep.
Of course, I never thought I'd get Harvey Updike to agree to talk to us.
That happened too.
And that happened too.
Yep.
So the elf, he was still on the shelf.
Elf's on the shelf.
Yeah. He was too busy and dancing around in broke down boats on Lake Tuscaloosa. So, that's how we're going to put that. But anyway, I'm going to tell you, man, when you're running 100 in a 55, time just seems to get away from you, don't it?
It does. Anytime any opportunity you can spend time with family, which this is the biggest family reunion on the net. We're a little screwy, but we make it work.
Yeah, let's mention this a couple more times. Y'all be careful out there hunting. For those of y'all that are out hunting, be careful out there doing that. We're only on clue number 2. More clues to come. Again, if you'd like to participate, if you want to put anything in the pot, if you want to put anything in the gift certificate pot, whatever, let us know. Certainly not begging or asking for that, but if you'd like to do that, let us know. Also want to remind everybody to if you can find something that you can do, maybe kick over to Ben Eby's GoFundMe page. I can tell you that I am not into promoting any GoFundMes because of the scams that happen on them. They do. I mean, but in reading that, I just don't. I mean, it seems like that would. I mean, it's not like they're asking for an abundant amount of money. The only question I would have, and see if you can find an answer to this, DJ. Has it taken 4 years for him to realize he didn't have the money to get out of the Philippines? That would be my question.
And like I said from the beginning, I'm not trying to lead anybody down the wrong path. I've never, ever tried to direct attention to a GoFundMe project like that necessarily. Right. And I don't have all the answers or all the information. I do not. I knew the guy a long time ago. I knew his family when they were here in Bruton, Eby's Hardware. He was a good person a long time ago. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. The Bruton Standard, like I said, is going to have a more in-depth story. I think the Tri-City Ledger may as well. You decide for yourself. To me, it comes across as a hardship to me. I'm going to throw him a bone, and if it's not on the up and up, that'll be on him.
That'd be between him and whoever.
That's right.
But keep that in mind. And also, the Colonel reported a while ago there were 30 half gallons of blueberry ice cream left to be pre-ordered. They had sold 120 already. They're only going to order 150. So if you are interested in getting a half gallon of blueberry ice cream, call 867-3224 and reserve yours, and they'll send you a way to pay and all that kind of stuff. Good Lord. What, it was one other thing that we, I know I'm missing. Good gracious. Paul Crumpton said he thinks someone should try and contact this young man. And Paul is over there. Paul can speak to this. Being that Paul is in the military and has traveled all over. What does that sound like to you, Paul? I mean, and I'm not saying, that you can make a determination of yes or no, what have you, but I mean, does what we read a while ago, does that sound correct? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. I mean,
everybody just go look at it and decide for yourself.
Yeah, well, there you go.
we're not endorsing it. We're not.
Yeah,
we're just creating some awareness. It tugged at me a little bit because I knew the guy. If it's not something that your heart's in, no harm, no foul.
Yeah, there you go. So, and also, thing we kicked off with, first 5 people, as soon as we go off the air at Peach Chevrolet, the first 5 walks in and said, I'm here for the drive time oil special.
Yep, I got to get to my post. This is fixing to happen.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. We're about to get out of here. Yeah. So let me get over here and hold on here.
Go get those free oil changes. 5 at the Chevrolet store, 5 at the Ford store. Look forward to seeing you.
Compliments to Chip and Peach Chevrolet. We want to thank the city of Brewton for helping us do what we do and having a big time here every morning with you guys. The greatest community in the world, the greatest dysfunctional family in the world. And I'm going to turn it over to DJ.
Brewton native, T.R. Miller graduate, class of 1980, Walter Lewis, is going to be on Sidelines.live today at 3:30 Central Standard Time. 3:15 Central Standard Time. I'm going to post that a little bit later. Love to hear what Walter has to say and always catch up with the native son. Hope y'all have a great weekend. If anybody's looking to go to Bonnie Beach, holler at me. I'm in. Y'all have a great weekend. Love y'all.